Again, the bronze medal before we get to the gold medal matches.
On target #1 representing Brazil.
So, these were good matches, the semi-finals. Both of these went to tiebreakers again. And the bronze, well, it's Dos Santos of Brazil against Sébastien Brasseur, who again had an epic match against Braden Gelentine, the American. Dos Santos seemed to be cruising against Jorge Jimenez. And all of a sudden, Jimenez came back. Dos Santos had a big wobble, and he lost on the second arrow of the tiebreak. If we need a tiebreak here, we'll explain the rules. It's pretty exciting, sudden death. And it goes as far as 3 arrows, and then we start measuring to the center of the target.
9 points to start the match, and Mr. Brasseur.
So the Frenchman gets us underway with a 9. What can Dos Santos do here? It's a 10, an advantage early on. He'll be very happy with that. Brasseur needing to keep his nerve. And he does with a 10. This can go down to the wire. The first, I think it was first 4 matches in the compound went to tie breaks. Compound bow slightly heavier than the recurve, and it should be more accurate as well. As Dos Santos is showing us their perfect score so far after 2 arrows, 20 points. 1 point ahead of the Frenchman. So another 10 for him, still very close. Can Dos Santos keep his 1 point advantage here after the first flight of arrows? Well, he got a 9, so we are tied. He took a long time over that, just 6 seconds left on the clock before he headed back. Roberval Dos Santos, he has lost to all 3 other finalists this year. So perhaps it was a mental block that saw him crash out to Jorge Jimenez, a man from El Salvador. We just wait for the arrows to be retrieved, and our judge, who by the way is from Cuba at the moment, Sergio Font. Not that nationality is much of an issue for the judges. We have 2 target judges up at the targets who will come out and just double check what the scores are, the provisional scores on the scoreboard given by sighters with sights. The distance, by the way, from archer to the target is 70 meters. And we start with a 10, which starts the clock for Dos Santos, nickname of Tico. He takes his time, he likes to take his time, and it's with good results as well. Pretty central 10 there. Straight away Brasseur, the 22-year-old, turned 22 earlier this month. Straight into his stride as well. Another 10. So Dos Santos needs a 10 to keep things even. It's a 9 for the Brazilian, which just puts him 1 point behind the Frenchman. 1 point ahead in this bronze medal match in the compound bow. Look at that, a perfect phase of play. 3 10s. He's just a point dropped so far. If you're wondering what the world record is. And that's a 9 for the Brazilian. So he's 2 points behind. Brasseur 2 points ahead. A perfect 120 is the world record in this 12-arrow final match. That's the maximum, but the world record then does go down to what they call an X10. In the center of the 10 target, there is a smaller circle. If you get it in there, that's known as an X10. And at the moment, 120, a perfect score of 10 plus 7, what they call X10s, is the world record. So we're not going to see the world record here, but we are going to see a pretty good score. Roberval dos Santos with an average score of 115.85 going into this event. Brasseur 114.15. That's actually the lowest average of the 4 that lined up for the semi-finals. $10 for Roberval dos Santos for Tico, the 37-year-old now, up against the young gun, or should we say the young bow of Sébastien Brasseur. There's the target, 70 meters away. It's a good 10 as well. No, Brasseur likes to get it away. 5 seconds on his clock gone already. It's a 9, so 77 apiece after 8 arrows. 2 perfect 10s from Dos Santos. Not so perfect 2 9s for Brasseur. Can he get the advantage? Yes, he can. 30 points, have a possible 30 in this third set of 3 arrows. And this man, Brasseur, needs a 10 now. So he goes behind after leading. He loses 3 points to Dos Santos. 87 to 86 at the moment. Last 3 arrows. It'll all be down to who can hold their nerve. And if you're behind, you'll be hoping to hang on, perhaps even just to get it to the final sudden death playoffs. The judge just indicating that it'll be the Frenchman who will start the last 3 arrows, the 4th end of this World Cup match here in Dubai. Quite a few spectators behind them, fascinated by this sport, watching the big screen, no doubt. Good shot there of the extra sights you get on a compound bow, which just help the accuracy a little bit. Now, Dos Santos, can he answer that challenge? It's a 9, back to all square, 96 apiece. There are 2 arrows to go. Brasseur with his 11th arrow. A real nip and tuck match, this one. It's a 9, chance for Dos Santos to come back into this. Big puff of the cheeks from the Frenchman. And he'll take his time, he always does. Dos Santos into the last 10 seconds and gets the 10 and just eases into the lead with 1 arrow for each archer here. He needs a 10 really and hope that Dos Santos makes a mistake. It's a 9. Well, 9 or a 10 will do it for Roberval dos Santos. And it's a 10. And Tico dos Santos, who wins in the bronze medal match. It's Brasseur, who will have to go home with just $1,000 in 4th place. It's been a good tournament for Dos Santos.